Quick little short video, man. Quick little short video, man. Look here. Ward. Gotta always floss, man. Gotta always floss. Gotta always floss, man. Keep that shit up out in between your teeth. You know what I'm talking about? Keep it from in between your teeth. Keep your breath smelling good. But listen, Ward. I don't want you to be a Ward. Never be a Ward. This is lesson 1. Let me tell you about Ward. Any woman Ward meet, he's instantly tricking on. And when I say instantly, I mean instantly. I mean like he walks in the mall. He meets woman in the mall. He gets woman's phone number. Before a woman exits the mall without Ward, he's already sending her $500. True stories. See, this is a true story. Yeah. Don't ever be a Ward. Now, I ain't gonna say what town Ward from. I ain't gonna say what state Ward from. But just know, when he meets a woman, it's instant tricking on her. Instantly tricking on her. And it's not just, if it was just for some type of sexual gain, some type of sexual favor, ASAP, okay, I might could get it. But no, Ward will meet a woman in the mall. After he exchanged a little conversation with said woman, they'll part ways. Before that woman leaves the mall, Ward is sending her $500. And not just for some type of sexual act later in the day. No, this is just how he gets down. He wants to start this thing off correct with this woman. Why? Because he feels inferior to the woman. Ward will never say that, but Ward feels inferior to the woman. Ward suffers from low self-esteem. Ward is insecure. Ward uses his money and throws his money around to make himself feel secure. But here's the cold part about the money situation. Ward don't even really have the money like that. Ward don't even have the money like that to be thrown around. Ward is not a millionaire. Ward is not a 100,000-aire. Ward is barely making it. Ward is living day to day. Where I'm going with this is this, man. How many flaws you can see in that one story? This is a true story. A true story. Ward meets women. Ward uses his money to keep women. Ward meets women. Ward uses his money to keep women. Ward also uses money he doesn't have to do his best to keep women, and he still ends up losing those women, especially when the money runs out. Ward is from a major city, a major metropolitan. Ward is trying to keep up with the Joneses. But one thing I can say about Ward, he has been doing this for years. And he's somewhat still afloat. His life is in shambles, but he's still afloat. There's millions of Wards out there. He ain't the only Ward, but this is the Ward I know. And this is the Ward I want you to know, and the Ward I don't ever want you to become. You feel me? It's one thing to have money, and it's another thing. It's one thing to have money. It's one thing to have money and use it to your advantage. But when it comes to this game dealing with women, listen, money is nothing but a tool. However, it should not really be used to quote unquote, to get women that you want to keep. I'm going to put it in perspective for you. Money should not be utilized to get women that you want to keep when it comes to this game. All that money Ward be throwing at women, and all the women he throw money at, he tries to keep them. See, if you're gonna have your way, if you got money, you're gonna have your way, and you're gonna use your money to your advantage for women. And any money that you use towards them women, or any of them women who are using your money to quote unquote impress, to quote unquote leave an awe, don't expect to keep them women. If you're gonna use your money, just use it for what it's for, a good time. Because if you're using your money thinking that's the end game, this is the top game, top level game, this is the end all be all when it comes to game with these women, with these ladies, then I'm here to tell you, man, you're gonna go broke. And then when you go broke, you're gonna go lonely. Okay, at the end of the day, man, the women don't. They're just there to have fun with you while you got the sack. You know what I'm saying? Them type women that go for that type shit. You hear? And you know it's all a part of the game. If you're a player in the game, you know having money is going to give you an edge. We know that. It's a fact. You can't, I don't give a fuck what these dating coaches get online and tell you, what these dating gurus get online and tell you. If you got money in this game as a player, you're going to have an edge on a lot of people. I'm just here to tell you. But that don't mean you actually won the game. That doesn't mean you're winning the game. You feel me? That don't even mean you're winning the game, but you are going to have an edge. That's undeniable. I don't give a fuck who says what. That's undeniable. If you're in America and you having money and you're quote unquote, let's just say if you're dating black women and you have money, yeah, you got the edge. Now, if you're dating white women and other types of races that really don't care about money because they're used to having money, okay, cool. Or if you're dealing with if you're dating chicks that are accustomed to having money already, then your money is nothing, really. But if you're dating primarily black women, and you have money, yes, sir, you're on the edge. You got the edge over the competition. I'm here to tell you, you're doing better than a lot of people. I'm here to tell you. Oh, that's messed up to say. No, when it comes to black women, you having money, you're winning. Let's just keep it a buck. I'm not here to fake on you two. I'm not here to shake on you two. I'm here to tell you what it is. If you are dating black women, if you are a player in the game and you're dealing with black women and you have money at your disposal, you have the edge on a lot of competition. Facts. But that isn't the end of the game. That doesn't mean you won the game. That doesn't mean you have all the game. Just because you have all the money. Just because you have the sack. Ward, once again, Ward do his best to keep these women with his money. You cannot keep these women with money. You cannot. Even Diddy couldn't keep his woman with money. He had Cass, he couldn't keep her. He flying down on top of buildings with helicopters to rescue this bitch, you know what I'm saying, and all type shit, and lost her to a personal trainer. And everybody know, unless you're a certain type of personal trainer in a certain market, you ain't really getting paid like that. You ain't having no Diddy money. I don't give a fuck what kind of personal trainer you are. You ain't having Diddy money. So, this is the first lesson, man. This is the first lesson. I want you guys to hear this because I'm about to end this video. I don't want it to be too long. This is the first lesson. If you, as a player in the game, is having money and you got money at your disposal, do not trick off on any women with that money that you plan to keep. And I left a loophole because other dating coaches, other people would be like, don't trick off on women at all. I'm not going to tell you that because I understand how a lot of things go. So if you plan to keep, if you see a chick at Walmart, if you see a chick at the local bar, if you see a chick outside anywhere, and her physical appearance is something you love to wake up to for the rest of your life, or even for the next couple of years, or if you can see yourself, if you're that vain and you see yourself waking up to this woman every day for the rest of your life just because she's pretty, and you want to get her and you want to keep her, do not, I repeat, do not use your money as a tool to get that woman. I repeat, do not use your money as a tool to get or keep that woman. If you luck up and get her. If you luck up and get her. Because one, you ain't the only one with money. So if she comes across somebody with a fatter sack than yours, hey, she's out of there. Two, if you see that money is what's keeping her, you better have a mean hustle on you. You better have a mean business game on you. Because you're going to have to, how you start with a bitch is how you finish with a bitch. How you start with a bitch is how you finish with a bitch. If you start with this bitch by throwing money at her, showering her with gifts, showering her with vacations, showering her, just making it rain on her every day, when you stop making it rain on her, she's going to be like, where the water at? Where the water at? Like, what? This ain't how it started. This ain't how it started. So she's going to continue. She's going to either look for that again from you, or she's going to look for that from someone else. Because at the end of the day, when you do that, you're pretty much ruining the bitch. Especially if she don't look the part. Because a lot of guys be making it rain on some chicks that a lot of men would agree is not like that. Like, this girl has been struggling from day one to get anything out of a nigga. All niggas been giving her was hard times. And here you come throwing goddamn money on her and showering her with this princess treatment and, doing things of that nature. And she's never been accustomed to that. Now she thinks, oh, I got one to do it, I can get another one to do it. And boom, boom. There you go, fucking up the game. That's how tricks and people like Ward fuck up the game. They get with these mediocre women, and I'm gonna say mediocre. You got dating coaches that all women are mediocre. They know what the fuck I'm saying. They know they can read in between lines. A lot of these dudes get with these mediocre women, and women who's never got a dime out of no man their entire life. They get with these mediocre women, and then they start showering them with gifts, praises, gassing them up, making it rain on them. Next thing you know, when that relationship dissolves, they go to you. They come to me, and it's nothing over here. And they just can't believe it. They can't believe it. I may fit the bill for everything in her category, but I ain't doing no tricking. So she feels as if, oh, anybody mess with her got a trick. Anybody mess with her got to make it rain on them. Then when a nigga like me enlighten her, look here, you mediocre mother. I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain. Because, see, I'm grown enough to understand. I'm going to tell you something, and I want you guys to understand this. And you can consider this good game or bad game, but be grown enough to understand that there are certain women that are only going to go for guys with money. Let's just keep it a buck. No matter how much you try and fight it, the truth of the matter is it's certain women that are only going to go for guys with money. They don't care how you look. They don't care how tall you are. They don't care what color you is. They don't care how your breath smell. They don't care how your ass smell. If you got money, they rock it with you. It is what it is. And we'll get into that video a little later. We'll break that down too, because them ain't what you really want. But anyway, there's certain women out here like that. Now, those women like that, they have to look the part as well. Just like I heard, big shouts to Lucario. I heard Lucario say, if you look like a trick, women are going to expect you to trick. Well, we can flip that too, because it's two sides to every coin. If you look like a trick, they're going to expect you to trick. If she looks like a hoe, then what? you expect her to go. You see what I'm saying? If she looks like a gold digger, then you're gonna expect her to be a gold digger. If she looked like a chick that only mess with dudes with money, then 9 times out of 10 she just might be a chick that only mess with dudes with money. If we use Lucario stance, so that if you look like a trick, you in the club flashing money and buying out the bar, etc., etc. Oh, he's a trick. Okay, if that's the case, then when I see her on top of the bar twerking, you know what I'm saying, ass all out, oh, she's a hoe. Or when I see her dressed to the nines, looking good, you know what I'm saying, hair, nails done, look like she just stepped out a Drake rap video, oh, she only fuck with dudes with bread. But that's neither here nor there. What I want you to see is there are certain women in this world that only deal with dudes with money, athletes, things of that nature. So, but those women all look the part. They all look the part. So, if you're dealing with a woman like that, you got to make sure she look the part. You got to make sure she look the part. If you choose to deal with a woman like that, that's what I mean by mediocre. You ain't around no mediocre chick and just showering her with gifts and all that. If you do, you're a damn fool. I'm here to tell you, if you're going to be spending your last dime on these females, if you're going to be spending your last dime on dimes and quarter pieces, they better look the part. It better look like money well spent. And that's horrible game. But I know how the world works. I know the real world, not just the internet world. If you're going to be out here spending money on women and giving them your last, they better have a big old donkey ass, look good, etc., etc. Like, let's be for real. Because that way, you really ain't fucking up the game, because that type of woman was already used to getting it from dudes, etc., etc. That's her caliber of men she date. That's her preference, etc. But hey, I'm about to get to it. Until the next time, man. That's lesson 1, man. Don't be a motherfucking whore. If you're gonna use your money to your advantage to get women, don't plan to keep them women. Just have your fun with them and keep on going.